Jake, you're a piece of shit. A piece of shit. Oh, Jake, you suck.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Talking to Myself. I'm your host, Jake Letizia, and this is the podcast where I look into a camera and I talk to myself. How's it going? How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. I hope you're having a good time. Hope life is good in these bitter, strange, fucking, I don't know if the world is going to end sort of times, you know? I hope your life is better than others in this time where most people don't know if their lives are going to go on much longer. I hope you're doing good. Okay? I hope you're one of the few and that few becomes many and we all relieve some of the stress inside our minds, get some of the weight off our back, and just stop having to live the constant fear of utter chaos engulfing the world. I hope life improves for everybody. That's what I hope. Dude, to start this podcast, I always play the theme song on my laptop. That's why if you're watching the podcast, you always see me close the laptop right when I start. And my speakers are so fucking blown out that the theme song, when it plays in the room, sounds like that Jurassic Park meme. Have you ever heard that? Where it's like, welcome to it's the scene in the movie where they get introduced to Jurassic Park and they see a dinosaur for the first time, and you know the music that plays, that's no, that's not it. It's that music. You know the meme where it plays and it's like the fucking shitty recorder is like that's what the theme song sounds like. But instead of a shitty recorder, it's just the worst fucking, every time the bass hits, it's just Jake, you're a that's what it sounds like coming out of that speaker. It sounds like the whole laptop is going to fucking explode, but it doesn't, thank God. But what I'm saying is it's very funny, and I have a hard time not dying laughing as the podcast is starting. Anyway, how you guys doing? Maybe I'll fucking record what that sounds like and play it at the top of this episode. So you guys can be like, holy shit, are my fucking speakers broken? Are my laptop speakers blown out? There's nothing more devastating than your laptop speakers being blown out because they're internal, you know? Because they're in the fucking thing. So it's such a reminder, or such a constant reminder of like, you need a new laptop, get one. And then I'm like, yeah, I don't have the money for that, so I'm going to have to fucking use headphones all the time. And then your ears hurting because you always got buds in. That becomes a constant reminder of not only, hey, get a new computer with better speakers so your ears don't hurt, but also, hey, you're on a laptop too much if your ears hurt from earbuds. What are you doing? Make better decisions with your life. Fuck it. This is a chain reaction of events that just keeps reminding me, hey, dude, fix your shit. Fix your laptop, fix your life, stop hurting your ears, give them a break. Anyway, Jurassic Park, that's a good fucking movie, dude. Jurassic Park is so good. It's so good. That first one, it's so goddamn good. Is that Spielberg? It is, right? Dude, it's incredible how much Steven Spielberg movies hold up and are still just fucking awesome. The first Indiana Jones, basically the first of any of his franchises, hold up and are great. Jaws, Indiana Jones, Jurassic Park, they're all better than every fucking version after it. Imagine being that sick at your craft that, 20 years later, the first version of the movie you made that people have made dozens of copies of is still the best fucking one? That damn, dude. People talk about big dick energy, and I talk about how fucking dumb that is. But if anyone's got big dick energy, if anyone's got big dinosaur energy, it's Steven goddamn Spielberg. Guy's a fucking destroyer of films. He's so good. I remember I saw Jurassic World, and I was like, oh, that movie's not good. Oh, Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard are supposed to be in a relationship. This is weird. They don't have chemistry. This is uncomfortable. This feels forced. Anyway, hey, all these dinosaurs are CGI to the point where I'm not afraid of them. I went back and I was like, let me watch the first one because maybe I'm fucked. Maybe I'm just nostalgic. Maybe I'm just remembering that movie as something more terrifying than it is today because I saw it when I was a young buck, all scared of the giant teeth of the T-Rex. But no, I rewatched it, and that porta potty scene, the fucking, or not porta, is it a porta potty scene? I'm saying porta potty, really weird. No, it's the guy goes to the bathroom, right? The guy abandons the kids and goes and hides in his stall. Do you guys remember that? The infamous fucking, the kids are in the Jurassic Park Jeep, and they start hearing they start feeling the vibration of the earth, and then they see the water on the dashboard of the car that does the fucking ripple. Remember that? The inward ripple? Is that what it is? It's like if you know a T-Rex is coming because the vibrations in the water start from the center and go out. Is that what it is? I don't know. I think that's what it is. Anyway, it looks like a fucking droplet going into a puddle, but there is no droplet. It's just the vibrations of the earth creating that fucking ripple effect. Anyway, the kids see that and they go, damn, dude, that feels ominous. Think about that. I hope Spielberg made this movie because I'm complimenting him a bunch. Whoever directed this fucking movie, if it's not, I think it's Spielberg, but if it's not, fuck Spielberg, kudos to you. But think about that. How smart just having that visual is. Who came up with the fucking ripple? That feels like a thing that's not even an actual scientific thing that would happen if a T-Rex was coming up on you. That just sounds like, hey man, we need an ominous visual that no one will ever forget that shows you something bad is coming. Hey dude, let's have a water ripple. Let's have a cup of water ripple. And other people were on set were like, I don't know if that's even that scary. I don't know if that's even going to work. And the director was like, nah, dude, ripple. And they did it, and I fucking can't ever get that image out of my brain. It's burned into my brain forever. And it's still the most fucking badass, ominous moment in any Jurassic-type film I've ever seen. And the T-Rex comes up on the porta potty, fucking eats the guy, and you're scared of the goddamn dinosaur. Why? Because it's a robot. Dude, I don't know. I'd be curious to ask younger kids if animatronics fucking freak them out. I think that most animatronics from older movies, at least from Jaws, listen, the shark in Jaws, I get it. Once you see it fully up close, it's not as scary. Once you fully see it's a robot, it's not as scary. But up until the point where you see it, it's terrifying. And fuck it, even when you see it, when is it Brody? Whoever the fucking hunter guy is, the guy who's like, black eyes like a doll's eyes, lifeless eyes. That guy, Captain Ahab, whatever his fucking name is. When Jaws comes up and bites half of the boat and bites that dude in half and is just fucking swinging him about in his mouth, that's terrifying. People are like, oh, at that point, you can clearly see it's a robot. Nah, dude. At that point, I go, holy fuck, this giant shark is eating this man alive. I'm not going to be able to swim in swimming pools anymore without being terrified. That's how scary Jaws was, that I was afraid of going into swimming pools. Again, I was young and stupid. So young, I didn't understand the logistics of like, oh, a shark needs to come from the ocean. But at the same time, that's how terrifying that movie was. I was afraid to be in a pool after. Anyway, Spielberg is a killer. And I know some people say now that he's a pedophile, but I don't know anything about that. I don't know anything about that stuff. Is that stuff legit? I don't know. It's funny, man. The internet... The internet gets wild. Spielberg. He's a great director. But if you go on his Instagram, if he has one, I don't think the comments are good. I know Tom Hanks for a while. I don't know if it's still like that, but Tom Hanks, Spielberg, they got fucking hit with the pedophile train hard. No accusations, just a lot of people online going, hey, we're going to comment this on all of your stuff. Imagine being Tom Hanks and just one day all of your Instagram is just everyone being like, yo, you fuck kids. And you're like, what happened? What just happened? Now, I don't know Tom Hanks. I don't know if he did do those things. I don't know. I have no idea. But all I know is that one day Tom Hanks was chilling, and the next day, a bunch of people, hundreds of, maybe thousands of people were commenting, hey, you're a pedophile on his Instagram. And that must have been a startling morning. That's all I know. Is that if you're considered the most lovable, perfect movie star that can do no wrong, and then suddenly one day you go online and people are like, hey, you have sex with kids, that must upset your breakfast, is all I'm saying. Damn, dude. Dude, that's an example of the internet being undefeated, bro. Oh, fuck. I hate when people say that. I hate when people say that. The internet stays undefeated, bro. Hey, dude, are you a 50-year-old on Instagram? Are you a dad on Instagram? Hey, dude, the internet doesn't stay undefeated. Shut up. It's always the dude who would be like, yo, Yas Queen is so fucking stupid, but the internet stays undefeated. Hey, dude, you just said the same stupid thing. Dude, what's a bay? Anyway, the internet stays undefeated. Oh, dude. A 40-year-old mother saying Yas Queen, and you're saying the internet stays undefeated because you're a 52-year-old father of 3. Oh, fuck. You know what the worst part is? A lot of memes that are provided that way, like where it says the internet is undefeated, the meme's pretty good. But the fact that it says that makes me hate it. How do those things happen? Just those weird cliche things to say. And then there's always the dumb thing to say. And then the thing that is still dumb, but the people who say the other thing is dumb say the new thing. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Oh, Jurassic Park. The last thing I wanted to say is my brother in college, he had a friend who had his own rendition of the Jurassic Park theme song, and he put lyrics to it, so it sounded like this. Holy shit, it's a dinosaur. What the fuck? Which I don't know if he must have made that up because I haven't heard anybody do anything remotely like that since. Meanwhile, it seems like the most obvious shit, but it's so fucking funny. How has that not become a meme? How have I not made that into a meme? How have I not recorded that scene and just cut out the music and then just been like, holy shit, it's a dinosaur, what the fuck? That seems like a primo TikTok idea. I gotta do that shit. I gotta make that shit happen. Anyway, kudos to that guy. That's fucking funny. But what was I talking about? Internet stuff. People saying internet things in real life. Dude, I was at a party the other night because I've been going on dates with this person. Oh, yeah, last episode was called Second Date. I got that second date. I actually got a third date, dude. I doubled the dates with this person in 1 week. So it's going pretty good, bro. She's pretty fun, dude. I'm having a pretty good time. But it's been weird because I haven't really been getting out and about. And now, what are we, 8 months into the pandemic? 6 months, 8 months? And now, by virtue of the fact that I'm going on dates with this person, but also by virtue of the fact of like we've been in this quarantine for so long that now I feel like people are a lot more people are like getting out there and seeing what's going on. It's very interesting to see like the weird in life hypocrisies that are happening. It's like remember I talked about my friend who was like, hey, shitting on everybody who did anything outside or did anything that was like un-COVID or not socially distanced. He was shitting on anybody who was doing anything social, really. But then he would kept being like, hey, I went to the beach. Hey, I just went to the beach again. Hey, I went to the beach 4 fucking times. Hey, but if anybody goes and gets a sandwich, fuck you. Remember that? Remember I said that? Well, I was on the Lower East Side this past week, and let me tell you something. That is a fucking cesspool of hypocrisy. Never have I seen more people who are for sure tweeting and Instagramming, everyone needs to wear a mask. Don't be a fucking idiot. All outside at outdoor restaurants fucking around. Never have I seen more college students who are liberals online, conservatives in life, fucking about on the Lower East Side. Never have I seen that so explicitly. You know what I'm saying? We were getting pizza, right? We were eating pizza. We were outside of the dollar slice place having a slice of pizza. And then, this is the thing that pisses me off. We're outside the dollar slice place, right? Eating a pizza because you're allowed to do that because there were tables there and we were sitting at them, right? And there were these 2 dudes near us who were just hanging out, chilling, and they didn't have their masks on, which is it is what it is, man. I'm not going to fucking attack them for it. But this white girl walks by and it's 2 black gentlemen sitting, hanging out. And it's this white girl who you can tell she just came from a fucking restaurant with the 4 other dudes she's with. She's with like 2 other dudes and maybe another woman. Anyway, you could tell they just came from a fucking restaurant. They just came from not having a mask on and eating on the sidewalk. Okay? And you can tell she is the person who's like, hey, wear a mask. Like, anyway, doesn't matter. Forget you could tell she's that kind of person. She becomes that person in front of us. This guy was like, hey, you looking to buy weed? Because that's what happens on the Lower East Side. People try and sell you weed. I don't think that there's anything quite wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? He's just trying to fucking hook you up with some stuff that you might want. If you don't want it, you just go, I'm good. Or you just keep walking. Anyway, he says to this woman, hey, you got some money? You looking for some weed? You looking for some weed? Very politely, very like, let me hook you up. The guy seemed cool. Anyway, she turns and goes, what about your mask? Where's your fucking mask? Where's your mask? Oh, man. Where is it? Where's your fucking mask? And he was like, it's in my car. It's in my car. And she goes, you should have it on. Why don't you have it on? And he goes, hey, 6 feet, dude? You're too close. Why are you so fucking close to me, huh? And I start laughing, and the girl I'm with starts laughing, and that eggs him on, which was a good time. But he just keeps like, hey, 6 feet, what the fuck you doing? Get the fuck away from me, dude. You're gonna give me COVID. 6 feet. Get the fuck out of here, lady. It's just so funny. It's just so funny to see somebody. It's just so funny to see somebody who like clearly is just, I don't know. Listen, I could be wrong, but she just seems like somebody who's online being like, Black Lives Matter. And then when she sees a black life in front of her, she's like, why don't you fucking wear a mask? Oh, damn, dude. It's fun to witness, like, just crazy fucking hypocrisy. Just unself-aware hypocrisy. Because sometimes people are hypocrites. I think everyone's a hypocrite at one point or another in their life. It's unavoidable. It's going to happen. But if you can laugh at it and be self-aware of it, that's cool. But if you're just like, wear a fucking mask. Anyway, those shots we just did were so delicious. Anyway, let me message this. Biden for prez. God, fuck the president. It's like, what are you doing, dude? Oh, man. It's weird. It's that weird, like, suburban, liberal white thing where it's like, listen, I know it very well. I'm from the suburbs. But it's that weird, like, I stand for people in need and marginalized people, but then they're like, they see a quote unquote marginalized person and they're like, I'm afraid of them because I grew up in the suburbs, so wear a mask. It's like, dude, we know what's going on here. We know what you're doing, bro. It's fucking uncomfortable. Okay? Don't shout I'm anti-racist online and then be fully on point racist in real life. It's weird. It's a weird move, dude. It's strange. It's weird, man. The online world not reflecting at all what reality is. Very strange. It's very strange how fucking that just is it, man. People have complete different identities on the internet than in real life. To the point where you'll meet somebody in real life, like them a lot, then see what they are online and go, what the fuck is happening? Who's the real person? I tend to think who you are in life is who you are. And who you are online is whatever amalgamation of ideas or personalities that you think other people want you to have, or that you think you should have. I've said this before, but the reason why social media is so fucked is because it's you putting into the world what you think you should be or what you think you are, rather than the world receiving you for what you fucking are or who you are or based on how you behave. So automatically it's going through a biased filter. Most people are biased filters for themselves. Okay? So they're just by nature going to try and change who they are. They don't. So, how many people do you know have a strong understanding of themselves? Barely any. Most people I know, including myself, I'm fucking floundering at figuring out who I actually am, right? So if I wanted someone to get to know me, do you think I would ever point them in the direction of my social media? Do you think I would ever be, if someone was like, hey, what's your opinion on something? Do you think I'd ever be like, hey, check my gram, dude? No, the answer's no, I wouldn't. I'd be like, oh, let's talk about it. Let's have a conversation. Because I don't know what the fuck I'm posting online. I don't know. It's all good, man. It's all good. Just, it's strange, dude. If somebody's trying to sell you weed, they don't have their mask on because they're on the sidewalk in front of a pizza place where they just bought pizza, just go, I don't want weed, and walk away. Also, who was that for? Where's your mask? Who was that for? Ah, that white lady pissed me off. Just the fucking arrogance to do that. Just the fucking arrogance. Where's your fucking mask? What are you're that upset that he asked if you wanted weed? You buy weed, dude. You were a potential customer. It was not that crazy for him to ask you, okay? And what? If he had a mask on, would you have bought it from him? No. You're just being a fucking asshole. Anyway. I would love to find her profile and see what the fuck she's been posting online. It's just so fun. It just happens so often that it's hilarious. That you meet someone in real life who fucking sucks so much, and then their online persona is the opposite of them in life. It's not always the case. I mean, I meet a lot of people who, preach a certain thing online, and they are that in life. And I think that's cool, and you're consistent, and that's good. And there are people who don't post certain things online, but they are great in life. I don't know. I think we emphasize this online. I think we emphasize our online presence to our offline detriment. I just feel like that's just what we do. I just feel like we fuck up reality by caring so much about what's in our fucking apps. And I don't know. I'm just saying bullshit anyway. It doesn't matter. What I'm saying doesn't matter. Here's the bright side of this. If you disagree with me or you think I sound like a cunt, you don't have to agree because I don't know what I'm talking about, okay? If at any point you're like, hey, man, what are you talking about? Guess what? I don't know. So disregard it. Oh, fuck. Anyway. I got like 13 seconds left till this camera goes out. So I'm gonna talk about, I got some more fun shit to talk about in this second part. I went to a house party for the first time in God knows how long. And it was strange, dude. Alright, I'll be back in a sec. What's up, everybody? I'm back. So I went to this person's place because I got invited to a party by someone who I am enjoying my time with. And she was like, hey, you want to go to this party with me? This girl has this really cool place. So I was like, oh, sure, dude. So I show up to it. And it's one of those buildings that's in the middle of a bunch of older buildings, right? It's a new... Like, the building itself is gentrification. Like, it's like, well, this is here because white people are moving in. Like, it's just the building that exists and everyone who lives around it is like, hey, I want to burn that place down. I would too, dude. If I fucking grew up in a certain neighborhood and then these fucking rich people moved in and the buildings improved and and it's just this giant symbol of fuck you in the middle of where I and everyone I know grew up, I would be like, hey, dude, let's take that building down. Anyway, she lives in this building that's just like a symbol of gentrification, which is fine, dude. Here's the thing. It is what it is, okay? And I'm going to a party in this building, right? But it's weird because the people who live in these buildings, they're always like, why is it that the person who gentrifies an area is always like, it's not always this, but I've ran into so many people who gentrify areas who are like, gentrification is terrible. And it's like, it's that weird hypocrisy thing where it's like, if you think that, why are you here? You don't need to live here. You don't. You don't need to live here in the fucking richest building in the neighborhood. You don't need to do that. You chose to. So what are we talking about here? Why are you acting like it's such a bad thing if you're participating in the thing? Anyway, there's like a garden in this building. There's fucking this giant TV just playing old movies. There's like a cafe lounge. It's basically like a fucking There's a courtyard. There's people playing pool and ping pong. It's a fucking dorm. Do you know what we're talking about? It's one of those dorm new buildings, which also they're strange to live in. Because, or whenever I'm in one, I'm like, why would you want to live here? It doesn't feel like a home. It feels like a sterile, shitty fucking, I can't wait for summer break where I can return to my family kind of environment. Each room had like a cubby. I think it was their mailbox, but like one of them had a lightsaber in it. What? Hey, dude, if that's your mailbox, I want to see bills in it, not a toy. There's nothing wrong with owning a lightsaber, but why is it in your mailbox on display? It's like each fucking room, each bedroom had a display case, a glass display case with fucking action figures in it and shit. Which, again, is cool, dude, but why are you putting your loot box in a fucking display case outside of your hotel room in a building that's the symbol of gentrification? Why are you doing this? It's weird. Anyway, I get to this party, and the people there are all fine. They're all fine, but it's a little strange. Everyone there was dressed like they're from Kingdom Hearts. So much so that one of them said to another person, "I love your shoes. They're so chunky. They remind me of Kingdom Hearts." And the person was like, "Thank you so much. That is a great compliment." Everyone looked like they were heavy Slipknot fans, is what I'm telling you. Okay, I felt like I was at a defunct Warped Tour. That's a guy was wearing a sweatshirt with cut off sleeves that said "Jesus is a cunt" on the back. That's the environment I was in, which is not what I was expecting when I was walking into the most gentrified, bougie, basic bullshit fucking apartment building I've ever seen in my life. I wasn't expecting to enter an underground Enter Shikari concert. I didn't expect that. Anyway, also the person I went there with is younger than me, so why is she with these fucking 30-year-old dudes and ladies who love Kingdom Hearts and who know references slightly older than me and the same age as me? Why is that happening? That's strange. Anyway, that was weird enough. But on top of that, it was weird because the person who lived in the apartment, she kept doing all this weird. She clearly had money, which is fine, dude. You're allowed to have money, okay? You're not a bad person if you have money. But it's weird to me when people have money or they come from money and they act like they don't. It's weird. All right? And it's fine if you want to act like you don't. It's strange, but it's okay. But then on top of that, it's weird for that same person to then shit on other people for being rich when they are rich. Like she was talking about where she works at, and she talked about the owner. And she's like, "Oh yeah, the owner's some like rich white cokehead. Some rich like white cokehead bro. He's a piece of shit." And I was like, "Dude, I could be wrong, but it feels like you might be doing cocaine later at this party. Also, you live in this studio apartment where the rent is like $3,000. Like, what are you talking about? You just told me you're from Westchester. What are you, I'm also from there, dude. Okay? Now, not everyone from Westchester is rich, but like, they tend to be on the wealthier side if you grew up in Westchester. And also, if you own an apartment by yourself at your age in a building like this, and you're from Westchester, I doubt it's just you doing it, bro. You know? It's weird to have somebody who so clearly is getting helped with their apartment shit on somebody else for being a white cokehead with money. It's just weird, dude. It's weird. Again, shit on that guy if you want. I don't know him. He might be an asshole, but it's weird. Shitting on him for the rich part is weird. She then proceeded to tell us a story about how she golfed as a kid. What, dude? How many people without money golf as children? And then she was like, oh, it was really shitty. It turned into a story about the camp that she was at being sexist to her because she wanted to do golfing, but instead they signed her up for horseback riding because that's what the girls did. Again, if that's true, that's fucked up. You know, they should let her play golf. But at the same time, you're at a camp with golfing and horseback riding and you're shitting on a person because they have money? What are you doing, dude? What is happening? What am I witnessing? This is strange. And then she was complaining about her work making a 4th of July post, but not having posted anything about Black Lives Matter or the protests or anything like that. Which, listen, I was not annoyed at her criticism of her job for that. That's a fair criticism. I understand that. If you're a person who's like, hey, I wish the place I was working at more openly supported Black Lives Matter. I get that, right? But then it's weird for later in the conversation for you to be like, for you to say she was mentioning somebody from the work and she goes, oh, you remember that girl? She's black. Anyway, do you know what I'm saying? That's a funny thing that happens now. People, oh, isn't that weird? It's a weird thing. People are afraid to say people's race to describe them, but then they end up being weirder and more racist because they're afraid to what? To acknowledge that someone is a different race? Isn't it kind of racist if you are describing somebody and you don't say their race because then you just are whiteifying the person in their brain? You're almost like, well, I'm going to let you assume the race. And then you're letting that person be racist by only picturing whoever they want in their brain. It's just weird. There's nothing wrong with being if you're oh yeah, remember the person at work, short, brown hair. She's short, brown hair, black. She worked in that's fine. Well, it's not weird. It's weirder when you're she's short. She was really short. She's black. Anyway, she worked in the department where, why are you? It's weird. If you're going to say someone's race, just say it. Don't say it in a weird, offhanded whisper. You're fucking saying something inappropriate. That's makes it weird. Anyway, I don't know. I just think it's weird to have a person who can't say out loud that a person is black getting angry at the place they work for not supporting Black Lives Matter. It's just then she told this story about Gabrielle Sidibe, and she kept being she kept referring to her as the girl from Precious, and then I said her name, Gabrielle Sidibe, and she's like, oh yeah, that's her, the girl from Precious. And I was like, I just told you her name. Why can't you say her name now? And then her whole story was this poor girl. Apparently, allegedly, I don't know if this is true, but there's a bouncy house in this place, and she, well, I don't even want to. It was a story where something happened that was inappropriate, that was embarrassing for her, for Gabrielle, and then she was worried about people knowing about it because it would be embarrassing. So this girl was kind of insinuating that she was being an asshole because she was saying to the place hey, I'm going to seek legal action if you let people know this happened here because it's embarrassing for me. And she probably has to deal with that a lot. Something embarrassing happened. She doesn't want people to see it because it's something that she shouldn't be given shit for. It was a weight-related incident, okay? Anyway, I don't know. I'm not trying to tell the story. But it was weird because then the girl was saying it and trying to be yeah, the girl from Precious is an asshole. And she's like, can you believe that she was worried that people would tell this story? And then she literally said, well, I guess I'm telling you this story now. But anyway, fuck her for getting worried that someone might tell the story that I'm telling you right now. Isn't she such a fucking asshole for being right about her assumption that I'm going to tell people this embarrassing thing that she doesn't need to be given shit for? Isn't she a cunt for that? No, she isn't, dude. She's fucking sick, okay? And her name's Gabrielle Sidibe, you asshole. I said her name to you. Anyway, the girl from Precious. Anyway, the girl from Precious, I'm so pissed that they didn't post about Black Lives Matter at my job. But the girl from Precious, Gabrielle Sidibe, yeah, shut up. The girl from Precious. It's just weird, dude. It's just weird. It's weird. It just reminds me, her and the girl who goes, why don't you have a mask on? They're the same girl. And there's so many people like that. And it's just like, what's going on? What are you guys doing? Who are you helping besides yourself? I don't know. It's weird, man. It's weird. Your parents are helping you with that apartment, man. It's not a big deal, dude. I've gotten help. Paying the rent with an apartment. It's okay, dude. Just be honest about it. It's just weird to not be honest about it. It's weird to hide it. There's so many people who are like her, where they're in this fucking nice goddamn place, and they always say the same thing. Oh, I got a great deal. I got a sick deal. Really, $3,000 for a studio is a sick deal? It sounds expensive as fuck. I got a great deal. It's cool, man. It's cool. Anyway, yeah, Kingdom Hearts party. That was cool, I guess. Yeah, dude. What yeah. Anyway, this person I'm going on dates with is fun. She's very fun. Some other women at the party. We were out fucking sitting around and they were like, "Oh my god, our friend Sarah just moved into that building that's like the epitome of gentrification," which I'm like, I'm happy she's closer to us, but I'm like, oh my god, fuck that building. And I looked at them, I go, you know, we're literally in one of those buildings right now. And they're like, oh my god, yeah, like, oh my god, she's my friend, the girl who lives here, whose party we're at, but like, fuck this building, am I right? Like, I would never live here. It's like, yeah, you would, dude. If you had the money, you would live in that building. You know? It's just weird. It's weird. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. I would never live in a building like that because it fucking looks like a dorm. And I would want to live in a building that feels like it's a fucking actual home that you can live in, you know? Where you're not, like, it doesn't feel like you're a fucking lab subject or you're going to go to chemistry class, you know? I don't want to live in a place where it feels like I'm late on my essay, okay? I don't need that environment. If I lived in a building where my neighbor had a fucking toy lightsaber in his cubby, I'd be like, hey, dude, I got to get the fuck out of here. Anyway. But if you do live in one of those buildings, that's okay. Just you don't have to, like, it's clearly a weird, they feel guilty, so they say that. But it's like, listen, man, you don't feel guilty enough to not live there, so just shut up. Just what the fuck are you talking about? Anyway. It was fun. The girl I was with, we were making fun of these people together. They weren't bad people. They were nice people. It's just like, you know, what's going on here? Anyway. Also, dude, oh my god. There was a moment where... Do I have time to tell all these fucking stories? There was a moment where these girls were talking about how they were going to go pumpkin picking, right? The same girls who were like, fuck that building that our friend just moved into. But like, I'm glad she's near us. They were talking about how they're going pumpkin picking, right? And I was like, oh, where are you going pumpkin picking? And they go, oh, in New Jersey. And then they just start going, oh, gabagool, let's get the gabagool. Hey, Carmela, let's get the gabagool. And they didn't know I was Italian, but I just sat there silently laughing very loudly. It's good in moments like that to be Italian, where people just like blatantly say weird shit. Do weird fucking aggressive accents. Oh my god, gentrification's so fucked up. Fuck that building. Gabagool! Italians sound like this. A bippity boppity boopity. I don't know. It's just funny. It's just a funny sequence of events. Anyway, this girl I've been going on dates with, she's pretty dope. But an interesting thing happened. Our first date, right? On the first date, she said we saw a kid, right? And we were in the park together and we saw a kid. And she goes, oh, I wouldn't let my kids do that. And I was like, what's up? And she was like, oh, I have 2 kids. And I was like, oh, whoa, okay. Now, she's kind of young, so it was a little startling that she had 2 kids. I was like, oh, that's pretty interesting. But at the same time, I was like, well, I like her. She's dope, so it's not a big deal. Right? I'll cross that bridge when I get to it. So that happens. On our second date, we're hanging out, and somehow conversation comes up about being a mom or being a parent. And she goes, oh, I think I'm going to be a hot mom. I can't wait to be a hot mom. And I was like, aren't you already a hot mom? Because she told me she had kids, right? And she looks at me and goes, what do you mean? I go, well, you have 2 kids. And she goes, oh, those are my god kids. What? And I start laughing. I start laughing like that, but longer and louder. And I'm just like, I'm nonstop laughing. And she goes, well, they are like my kids, dude. They're basically my kids. I raised them. And I go, yeah, but they're not your kids, though. And she goes, well, I basically fucking made them. And I was like, no, you didn't, though. Literally, you did not make them. They came out of a separate person. They're not your kids. You aren't their legal guardian. You're not their mother, dude. You even consider yourself not their mom because you just said, I can't wait to be a hot mom. So therefore, you're a godmother, not an actual mother. You told me on your first date you had 2 kids. That's crazy. Think about that. Telling somebody on your first date that your 2 god kids just are your kids. I have 2 kids. How could you not see how fucking wild that is to say to a person? How different it is. So anyway, at the end of the second date, that happened. But I was a little annoyed because I was like, are you like really not going to admit how wild that is that you said you had 2 kids? And she kind of wasn't. She kind of was being like, no, it's normal. It's normal to say your 2 god kids are your kids on a first date with somebody. But then when we were at the party, she went to mention her kids and she goes, oh, my kids. And she looks at me and goes, oh, my god kids. And I was like, okay, this is chill. I'm telling. Before that moment happened, I was a little peeved. I was a little bit like, dude, are you out of your fucking mind, dude? It's wild that you did that. It's wild, and it's doubly wild that you can't acknowledge how wild it is. But then in that moment, I was like, oh, okay, that's the acknowledgement. That's what I was looking for. Her being like, new situation. I'm not gonna say my kids because they're all gonna think what you thought because what I said was crazy. Anyway, my 2 god kids. That was that sweet recognition I was looking for. But anyway. Wild, huh? I guess there's only like 2 more things I want to talk about. I want to talk about, I guess, I don't know. Dude, have you guys seen this thing? It's the newest one I've seen is Lenny Kravitz, right? Lenny Kravitz joined Instagram. He's joined the Garth Brookses, the fucking Johnny Depps of the world, the Matthew McConaughey's of the world. He's joined the upper echelon of weird fucking celebrities who don't know how to be a normal human being on social media and fundamentally don't understand social media. Their agent was just like, "Oh, it's a dialogue. Go fucking on there. You don't have anything else to do. It's a dialogue. Say that into the camera on Instagram and be part of that weird fucking group that goes, I want to be a part of the dialogue." Stop saying that. Anyway, but Lenny Kravitz did this video where he's like, I want you guys to have my phone number. Right? I'm so cool. I'm so real. I'm so raw. Here's my phone number. That's a separate phone number that was set up with this company that does phone numbers that get given out to all the fans of celebrities. Here's my personal phone number that was created by a company who does this for a bunch of other celebrities, and it's the most impersonal thing of all time. Here it is. That's how real and connected I am with my fans. I want a dialogue with you. Guess what, dude? I don't want a dialogue with you, okay? All these celebrities who are doing this weird fake phone number shit, hey man, what makes you think I want your phone number? Even if you were giving out your real personal cell phone number, if you went on Instagram and was like, here's my real personal cell phone number, I would be like, hey, Jennifer Aniston, I don't need it. Hey, Lenny Kravitz, I don't want your phone number. What the fuck do you think I want to talk to you about? Okay? Matthew McConaughey, be in the movie I like. That's it. That's all I want. I don't want to talk to you about anything. What the fuck am I going to text you? Hey, get off Instagram and go be in another Christopher Nolan film. Okay? Make True Detective great again. Okay, bro? Although I heard that third season was good. I gotta check it out. I'm sure it is good. Matthew McConaughey, do another limited series as good as True Detective. Your acting is good enough where we don't need you on Instagram or doing anything. We need you in movies, bro. All right? The world is fucked. I don't want to talk to you about politics, religion, your love life, anything. Be in the movie I like. I like actors like Robert Pattinson, celebrities like that, Paul Dano. Okay, they're both in the fucking new Batman movie. I don't know why. Maybe that's a coincidence. Maybe it's not. Colin Farrell. All three of those guys. They're just in the movies you like. You know, they're not trying to give you their fucking phone number. They're not trying to chat it up with fans about what, dude? It's creepy. Okay? Why do you want my fucking... I don't want anyone's phone number. The only people whose phone numbers I want to text are close personal friends or people I want to kiss their faces, okay? Are you trying to fuck me, celebrity? No? Then stop giving me your phone number. It goes back to the J.K. Rowling tweeting shit. Shut up. I don't care about your opinion. Fucking you write about wands, dude. Okay? Stick to wands and the Seeker and Quidditch, bro. Stick to that. JK? JK Rowling. Oh, here's what I tweeted and here's my phone number. Shove it up your ass, dude. Okay? You don't see Tom Hanks giving out his phone number. I mean, for good reason. They're going to fucking blow it up worse than his goddamn Instagram. But Maybe Tom Hanks wanted to give out his number, but then everyone was like, hey, you're a pedophile. And he was like, I don't know about this number thing, okay? I don't know, agent. Hey, my agent, I'm not doing the fucking number thing anymore, all right? I have enough fucking headache with this goddamn Instagram shit. I don't know what they're going to text me. None of it will be good. We can't do this. Yeah, man, it's weird. It's weird. Don't give me your phone number. I don't want it. I don't need it. Just be in the movie I like. Okay? Just do that. Even comedians have done it. Given the number, their phone number. Well, are they getting like residuals on the fucking text? I don't understand it. Hey, man, just be funny. Be funny. Be a good actor. Get off Instagram and fucking make cool art. And please don't give me your phone number. I don't even text people I love. What? My last relationship ended because I didn't text enough. What makes you think I'm going to text the fourth person to play Batman? Hey, how's it going, dude? Okay? Hey, Jared Leto, how do you feel that you fucking sucked as the Joker? What am I going to say to him? Hey, Jared, how come you're running a cult? Hey, Jared, why are you having people go to an island that didn't work out for Epstein? No, dude, I don't want to text this fucking cult leader. That's who wants you to give you their personal cell phone number. People who wear all white and bring people to islands to fuck them. Jared Leto style, okay? I don't want your phone number. Leave me alone. I'm going to do one more part. See you in a second. What's up? So yeah, I want to talk about one more thing. There was this weird, I guess this leads into, and I've said these things before, but I guess these are just new updates on similar topics, but it's more celebrity stuff of like, I personally don't care about celebrities' opinions. I don't. I really don't. I don't care about their political beliefs. I don't care about any of it. Just be in the movie I like. But there was this article that was like, it was a BuzzFeed article that popped up on my phone. I don't know why BuzzFeed articles are popping up in my fucking top news alerts. But the BuzzFeed article was, I accidentally just clicked on it, and it, because it said top news, and then I just accidentally hit the button, and then it opened, and it just said 24 celebrities who still support Trump. Which to me, I'm immediately like, I don't care. I don't care. Listen, I don't support them, but I don't give a fuck about these old celebrities. Also, everyone they're listing is fucking over 50, so I don't give a shit. If they were like 23 and like, if it was Timothy Chalamet who was like, I support Trump, that would surprise me, okay? If you're not going to show me anyone surprising, I don't care about this article. They were showing me John Voight. Yeah, I know, dude. It's not a surprise. There's no point to this article. We all know this. Roseanne Barr, John Voight. These are the types of people on the list. And I was like, stop. Anyway, whatever. There's an article about that. It's fine. They're showing people, and it's all like they're either tweeting stuff or John Voight made a fucking video that was like, I like Donnie. Anyway, whatever, dude. Whatever. They're actors. I don't care. But then the article pissed me off because then it got to Mike Tyson and it said, and this is an article that says celebrities who still endorse Trump. And it was Mike Tyson and it says, oh, Mike Tyson, while Mike Tyson has never deliberately endorsed him, they've been friendly in the past and done things together in the past. And recently when Mike released a video of him boxing, Trump tweeted it. Trump retweeted the video and commented on it. So what, dude? And maybe I shouldn't get so annoyed at this, but it was just like, what? Celebrities who still endorse Trump. This one who does, this one who does, this one who does. Mike Tyson, well, he hasn't, but Trump liked the video of him fighting. So what, dude? And they've talked and done business things earlier in their lives. So then everybody who's worked with him in what? In Hollywood? They're also endorsers? Like, based on that logic that you wrote in this stupid fucking article, that means everybody likes him. Everybody who's ever worked with him likes him. That's basically what you're saying. Is that everybody who had a positive interaction with him in the past endorses him whether they said it out loud or not. What? Or you're saying if he likes some shit you're doing right now, it means that you like him too. Hey, dude, I don't think so. A friend of mine got a Purple Heart from Donnie, and I'm pretty sure he didn't enjoy him as a human. You know? I like, what? You're telling me that if for some reason Trump was like, Memento's a sick film, we're going to start being like, I think Nolan might support Donald Trump? What? Oh, man. I don't know. Just stop writing about... This is how we solve this. Stop writing about what they think. Who cares what they think? They didn't become famous or successful because of their fucking... We don't care about that part of it. Even if Mike Tyson did like Trump, why would you listen to his opinion on that? You know? I don't know. It's so weird. It's just strange, man. I don't know. And I don't like him. I don't like Trump. I'm not going to vote for him. But I think it's just weird, this obsession with like, which celebrity likes him? What? It's just weird, man. Why do we? Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. It's like, who's that for, too? Like, who is, like, what is the end goal of that? Of showing these celebrities supporting him? Like, what's the end goal? You want us to, like, attack them or something? Like, I don't get the purpose of this article. I don't get what this article does at all. I mean, the article is basically being like, these are people for you to hate. Like, that's what they're trying to say, which is just weird. It's a weird... If you're a journalist, like, what, don't you feel weird writing that article? Here's a list of 24 people who I want you to attack on social media. Here's a list of senior citizens I want you to go after on social media. Here's a list of at risk for COVID death celebrities who I want you to make the last possible years of their life a living hell. And one of them may not even endorse the guy, but I don't like Mike Tyson, so fucking go after him as well. I don't know. It's weird. If you want to go after somebody online for that, like, you know, it's your prerogative, but it's just weird to write that article of compiling those people, you know? It's also just like, I don't know, if you hate Roseanne, like, what? You're really going to spend your energy tweeting I hate you at her? It's just weird, dude. I don't know. Tweeter, are you okay? That's a better thing to tweet. Are you okay? Maybe she needs your help. I don't know. I tweeted at Donald Trump, are you okay? And turns out he's not. I did. I tweeted at him like 4 days ago. At the real Donald Trump. Hey, man, you good? No, I think I said, are you good, dude? Turns out he isn't, man. He's very far from okay. As the great Marcellus Wallace said, I'm fucking far from okay. Damn, dude. The president has COVID. What a wild thing to happen. What a wild, wild fucking thing. And I don't have anything new to add to the fact that happened. It's just, other than, it's crazy, man. I don't think there's been any other time in U.S. history where people have so openly wanted the president to die. Isn't it wild? People are like tweeting, like I hope this kills him. Like it's isn't that wild? I don't know. Whatever you think about the guy, it's a wild thing to have so many. He's truly a hated man, huh? Oh man, it's wild. It's very wild. There's nothing really even to say. It's just, I guess I'm just thinking about the Secret Service. And what other, social media must be a fucking nightmare for shit specifically like that. Like, it used to be like if anybody even mentioned something about like the president dying, the FBI would be like, hey, we got to go check this guy out. Hey, let's go see what's going on with him. If it was heard somewhere publicly, that person would be talked to. But now it's like you got fucking what? Thousands upon thousands, maybe hundreds of thousands of people tweeting about how they don't want the president to be alive. It's like, what fucking... There are not enough Secret Service members to go talk to all the people who are saying that openly right now. Do you think they have like a system of like, well, if it's a COVID-related tweet, if it's a COVID death-related tweet, we don't have to investigate. But if there's no mention of COVID and it's an act of physical violence mentioned in the tweet, then we got to go after the guy. Like, do you think there's a system like that in place? Damn, dude, we're truly at such a fucking volatile time. It's crazy. Anyway. Yeah. Trump's got COVID. That's all there really is to say. Just a wild thing to say out loud. The president has the disease that he largely was like, it's not a big deal. Can we at least admit that's nuts? That some, I don't know. It's like the Herman Cain thing. You know, it's not good that guy died of COVID. I said this on the podcast, but like, it is funny that he died of something that he was like, fuck that shit. It's funny that Trump has something where he was like, bro, it's not a big deal. It's ironic at the very least. Okay. If you don't want to say it's funny, it's at least ironic. Come on, dude. Anyway, yeah, he's got it. We'll see what happens, guys. I don't know. But yeah, if you have God kids, they're not your kids. If someone's helping you pay for your rent, it's all good, man. Be honest about it. If you support Black Lives Matter, don't be shitty to fucking black people in real life. That's a weird thing to do. Be who you are online. Have a person online be the same person as offline. Jurassic Park is a fucking sick movie. And yeah, this was a really fun podcast, as always. Thank you, whoever's out there listening. I love you guys, and I'll see you next week.
J-A